And welcome inside the Children's Arena in Oshawa, Ontario, as we get set for Arena Lacrosse League action. The third place Brampton Express are in town to take on the fourth place Whitby Steelhawks. I'm Scott Arnold. I'll be bringing you the action this evening. Starting goaltenders for the Brampton Express, we've got Lucas Nagy, and for the Steelhawks, Grant Crawley between the pipes. And Brampton will get control of the first possession. Brampton coming into this game on a 4-game winning streak. 8-2 record overall, 4-1 on the road this season. They failed to get a shot off on the first opportunity. Whitby coming into this game on a 2-game losing streak, coming off a tough loss against Paris. They've got a 7-4 record, 4-1 at home. They're looking to get on the board now. Big save, though, by Nagy off the first shot from Trent Boyd. McDonald. Down floor to Sunderland. Brampton letting everybody get a feel here on the possession. Driving towards the net now, and a good opportunity was Dramnitsky. He ends up stepping in the crease. Back the other way, a heavy shot from the outside by Scott Edwards. And he gets things going, giving the Steelhawks a 1-0 lead. You can see Edwards on transition. He just takes it down himself, swings around that pick. And 1-0 for the Steelhawks. Brampton gets possession off the ensuing face-off. Just momentarily, though, ball gets knocked loose. Now Brampton gets it back. They'll set up on the offense once again. Penn Eistrat. Eistrat dishes it out to the top to Jeffroy. Into the corner to Eistrat. Back out to the top now to Jeffroy. There's a shot from the outside by Eistrat. And Whitby will come back down the other way. Steelhawks with the lone goal so far. Here's another opportunity. Just avoiding the crease was Boyd, but that shot misses the mark. McDonald. He'll head off to the bench, leaves the ball. Out to the top to Menzies. Menzies cuts through now. Ball into the corner to Sunderland. He circles around to the top. Sunderland finds a hole. Nice fake and scores. Zach Sunderland ties this one up. 1-1, just like that. And you can see Sunderland finding that hole down to the middle. Nice little fake. And he finds an opening down low. So 1-1, 2.5 minutes into this one. Whitby with possession off the face-off. Looking to get something going on offense to restore their lead. They had the opening goal. Brampton just responded back. Pass intended for the middle. That floats in, picked up by Nagy in the crease. Long outlet pass down the floor. Brampton looking to set up on offense. Wittig. Spinning down through the corner to Jeffroy. And here comes the Steelhawks on possession. They'll get a fresh 30 out of that one. Cutting towards the net. Shot that gets knocked into the crease. Waved off. Didn't go in anyhow. You're okay. And Brampton looking to get their second goal. And Highland. He's going to toss it out to the top. Scooped up by Pfeiffer. And now Pfeiffer. Moving the ball around back to Highland. Over to Pfeiffer. There's a shot from the outside. And that finds the back of the net as Fernandez. He gets things going, restoring that 1-goal lead. Steelhawks up 2-1. You can see the good work around the outside, and then Fernandez just doing the stretch as he launches that shot through. So 3 goals already in the opening 3 minutes. And now Whitby with the ball off the ensuing faceoff. Couple fakes. That one goes high and wide as Pfeiffer looking for the top corner. Trying to drop it over Nagy. Ball loose in front of the Brampton crease. And now they'll swing it into the offense, looking to tie this one up again. Just waiting for the entire offense to get on. That's picked off down to the middle as that pass. Here comes on transition, the Steelhawks. That shot goes just wide. They're going to say that went out of bounds there, so Jeff Roy will bring things up for Brampton. Nearing 5 minutes into this opening quarter. There's a shot from the outside coming off the stick of Dremnitsky. Rebound's going to swing all the way back down into the Brampton zone. No over and back, though. They're saying that Whitby did get a piece of that one off the shot. Cutting through the middle of that one was Martin. Good enough for a reset if Brampton can scoop this one up. All alone out in front, and a huge save by Grant Crawley as he stands his man up. Brampton getting some fresh legs out there. And now they'll continue on the offense. That shot high and wide. Still battling for it. Loose just outside the Whitby bench. First penalty of the game's coming as Nagy, he heads to the bench for the extra attacker for Brampton. Six Brampton players out there right now. Lots of time on the shot clock, still 20 seconds as they look for a shot. That one ends up off into the crowd. The first penalty of the game will go to Whitby. Too many men the call. And Brampton will go to work in the first power play of the game. Letting everybody get a touch right now. There goes the shot from the outside, and it just trickles in. Crowley got a piece of it, but not enough as that one goes through. You can see the ball movement here on the man advantage. And you see Crowley getting a piece of that one before it trickles through. Good battle on the ensuing face-off. Referees letting it play out. And they're going to award that to Brampton. It's a tied at 2. Brampton looking for the go-ahead goal. There's a heavy shot from the outside by the captain. Gets his own rebound, another save. His Gage Board was looking for the back of the net. Ball still loose, rolling down into the corner. Whitby able to pick it up. It's Anderson. Looking for a hole down to the middle. Brushes off his man, gets the shot from the outside. Nagy with the save. McDonald will move it up. Mark Van Scheppen dishes it off to the side to Zach Sutherland. And Sutherland trying to get his second goal of the game. And Steelhawks will come back down the other way. There's a shot from the outside. That'll be an over and back call, so Whitby will get the ball back. And it should be an official's timeout as well. They're just trying to get each other's attention, the referees, and now they do. So tied at 2, the Brampton Express and the Whitby Steelhawks, and we're going to take an official's timeout. And back inside the Children's Arena, all tied up at 2, the Brampton Express and the Whitby Steelhawks. Arena Lacrosse League action. And Whitby will be assigned the possession here as soon as they get things going. It'll be Highland. It's Whitby on work on the power play. Brampton with a penalty after that last infraction. Everyone getting a touch right now, finally. Able to get a shot off there. It goes just wide of the net. There's an underhand shot saved by Nagy. Nagy with a short pass. That misses the mark. And it's going to bounce through, picked up by Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer now going towards the net. No reset on that one, but still 20 left to go on the shot clock. Still over a full minute left to go on the man advantage. Whitby trying to get something towards the net. That goes just to the wide. Nagy reaches out with the big goal stick. He grabs it. And Istrat dishes it up floor. We're going to have another penalty. This one will be going against Whitby, so it'll be 4-on-4 as soon as they touch the ball. As soon as Whitby does. Nagy on the bench for the extra attacker. That just evens things out, though. So 5-on-5 on the offensive side. as Sutherland cuts towards the net. That shot gets saved. .20 to kill now, so Brampton doing a good job killing off a good chunk of their original penalty. Still have a bit of power play time to work with when all is said and done. 5 to go now on the penalty as the whistle finally goes down. So it'll be just 4-on-4 briefly, just for 4 seconds. And then it'll be almost a full power play, as we are still knotted at 2 goals apiece. Holding the call. And Campbell looks behind him, just waiting for the final seconds to tick off the penalty so they can go on the power play. And now Brampton will set things up. 5-on-4 advantage, looking for the go-ahead goal. Campbell. Out to the top, little backhand pass down to the side, back to Campbell, give and go. That one goes just wide. Crawley does get a piece of it though, so good enough for a reset. Brampton gets the ball right back. Trying to drop it over Crawley, he makes the save. So Whitby shorthanded for another minute 10. They're happy to kill off a good chunk of this penalty. No pressure from Brampton. 5 to go on the shot clock. There's the outside shot. That'll be picked up by McDonald. McDonald's going to head off to the bench. He'll leave the ball for Campbell. Over to Sutherland. He'll quarterback things at the top. 35 seconds left to go now on the penalty as Campbell rips a shot from the outside. Liam Osborne with it now for the Steelhawks. Penalty pretty much matches the shot clock at this point. As Osborne getting double teamed, he gets hauled down. Doesn't manage to get the shot off, so there's 4 to go on the shot clock. There's a shot from the outside by Pfeiffer. A short-handed marker finds the back of the net as Pfeiffer from long distance. So the Steelhawks with the go-ahead goal. 6 seconds left to go in the penalty, and a short-handed marker gives them the lead. 2:54 left to go now in the first quarter. Ball picked up by Medeiros. He gets hit, manages to move the ball to the far side. It'll be over and back. Referees thought about it for a second. Medeiros does touch it. It's a back and forth action to start this quarter. Whitby looking to go up by 2. Good with it. He steps into one. That hits a body in front. Brampton bench loved that one. Fresh 30 on the clock for Whitby as Boyd trying to scoop it up. Now he has it, circles around to the top, gets a shot off, saved by Nagy. Boyle wanted to fight Boyd. He was shaking his gloves. Those two will separate. Play will go back down the other way. Sutherland. Out to the top now is Brampton just working it around the perimeter. Trying to get the equalizer. That pass a little too high, intended for Sutherland in the corner. Picked up by Whitby. They take off on transition. Leclerc thought about shooting, hung on to it. Pfeiffer from the outside. Oh, Pfeiffer will hang on to things. He had the last goal for Whitby, a shorthanded marker from that exact same spot. This time, though, Nagy makes the save. Gage Board finds some help behind him as Zach Sutherland with the ball. Into the corner, shot coming from Wittig as we enter the last minute of play in this period. Whitby on transition as Boyd looking to beat Nagy. Nagy with another big save as the ball rolls off into the corner. Boyd recovers that one. No reset though, so just 10 to go on the shot clock. There's a heavy shot from the outside. That one. It's going to be an interference possession call, so Whitby will get things right back. 21.2 seconds left to go. Whitby's going to call a timeout. So you have to think the goalie's going to be on the bench for the extra attacker. He's over there right now, but they're not showing their cards. He hasn't completely gone off the floor. But with just 21 left on the game clock and a fresh 30 up there, you'd have to think that they're going to have him on the bench for that extra attacker. So both teams over at the respective benches. Brampton's all done, though. They're going to head back, set up on defense. So Crawley will be on the bench for the extra attacker. Whitby will have to start with it in their own zone. 21.2 seconds on the game clock. They don't want to get scored on, so they'll take their time here. They'll start movement with about 6 or 7 left to go on the clock. Here we go. Trying to get another goal before the quarter ends, but Nagy with the huge save at the buzzer. And at the end of the first quarter, it's a 1-goal game. Whitby Steelhawks 3 and the Brampton Express 2. We'll be back right after this break. And back inside the Children's Arena as we get set for second quarter action. The Whitby Steelhawks hanging on to a 3-2 lead over the Brampton Express. Jeff Fernandez, Devin Pfeiffer, Scott Edwards, they have the goals for Whitby. Zach Sunderland and Mitchell Jeffroy are the goal scorers for Brampton. Grant Crawley in net right now for the Steelhawks. Lucas Nagy at the other side for Brampton. Brampton with the ball off the opening possession. Campbell. He'll work it around over to Sunderland. He gets hauled down, still with the ball. Out to the top to Board. His shot saved. Rebound saved as well. Two big ones by Crawley. Dramanitsky. He's looking for some help on the far side. Finds Sunderland. A dunk attempt from the back end. Crease violation as Dramanitsky is diving through from that backside. Pfeiffer. He'll head off to the bench, dishes the ball. As the Steelhawks hanging on to that 1-goal lead. Heavy shot from the outside from Fernandez, looking for his second. No problem there by Nagy. Brampton bringing it into the offensive zone. They'll make a quick change. Get all the O guys out there. Pass intended for Wiggett. And that gets picked off. Back the other way comes Wheeler. His shot saved by Nagy. Brampton bench loves that one. Jeffroy. Heavy shot from the outside, looking to go down low on Crawley. Up to Edwards. Edwards now to Downey. There comes a shot from the outside, and again, saved by Nagy. Transition the other way. Here comes Brampton. Medeiros. Over to Board. Shot from the outside. Crawley gets a piece of it, and it just trickles through. As Zach Sutherland picks up his second goal of the game. Nice pass by Board. Sunderland looking like he might dish it off into the middle, and he just unloads from a long distance, tying this one up at 3 apiece. The captain, Liam Osborne, gets the ball off the face-off. Looking to find a hole down the middle. Dishes it out to the top. Heavy shot coming from the stick of Tyler Goodchild. Nagy makes that save. Dishes it up off the sideboards. Pass was a little off the mark, so it's picked up by Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer gets knocked down, manages to get the ball over to Highland for the shot, but Nagy once again with the save. Pfeiffer a little slow to get up. He pops up now, and he has the ball. Back over to Pfeiffer. Comes off a pick from Boyd, unloads the shot. That goes off the sideboards. Brampton trying to capitalize on transition. Ball gets knocked out, though. Here comes Anderson. Over to Downey, into the middle, scores. A transition goal back the other way for the Steelhawks. They restore their lead. Downey getting things going. And you just see the dish down through the middle. Nice little fake. And then right into the back of the net. Good battle off the face-off. Referee's been letting these battles go pretty good. Eddie Renault with that goal. It's picked up at the trade deadline, so he's not on a lot of people's rosters right now. You can hear some people in the crowd asking who that was. Picked up from Paris, though, right at that trade deadline just a few days ago. So Eddie Renault restoring that lead. And Whitby can't get a shot off before that 30-second buzzer, so Brampton will bring things down. It's the captain, Gage Board. Board with it at the top. Down into Campbell in the corner. To Sutherland, he scores. Zach Sunderland with the hat-trick goal. And we are all tied up. So again, the back and forth action continues. Neither team really able to control the pace. As soon as somebody scores, the other team responds at the other end. So we are just past the 4-minute mark of this second quarter. And Sunderland already with the hat trick. Ball pops out off the face-off, picked up by Brampton. They'll move it down quickly, trying to get something going, but pass was a little too high. Trickling in front of Crawley as Anderson picks it up. Liam Osborne, a little quick stick to the far side. And the Steelhawks respond right away to restore their lead. That was all started in the back end by the captain, Liam Osborne. You see him bring it up. And then just a nice bury off the quick stick on that far side. As Dylan Goddard with the finish on that one. Whitby wins the ensuing face-off. Devin Pfeiffer with it. Pfeiffer now circling around. Pfeiffer one-on-one with his man, dishes it off into the corner. Pass goes off the end boards. Brampton back the other way. Well, 3-on-2, tic-tac-toe as Horsley tries for the finish. No reset on that one, but Brampton will get the ball. Medeiros. Back over to Board. Heavy shot from the outside, and then a rebound by Dremnitsky, and another save by Crawley, who looks down floor quickly. That pass off the mark. Brampton will come back the other way. Dremnitsky looking for a hole down the middle, dishes it off to the far side. Interference possession call. That'll be a reset for Brampton, so they'll keep possession but get a fresh 30 now. It's Jeffroy. Tries to dish it off into the middle. That's picked off by Downey. Downey back out to the top. There's a heavy shot. Come from Scott Edwards, looking for his second goal of the game. Nagy shuts the door this time around. Brampton looking to tie this one up, and they do. Shot from the outside. Coming out of the stick of Chullen. A little bit of traffic in front of Crawley as you see Chullen just decides to do it all by himself. Long distance shot. And we are tied once again. It's 5-5. So once again, the back and forth pattern. Neither team able to get a good lead at this point. Whitby trying to restore their 1-goal lead once again. Saved by Nagy though. Quick transition as Board looking for that finish. That goes off the iron. Good enough for a reset. Brampton gets the rebound. Board at the side of the crease, trying to spin off his man. Gets out of harm's way. Now Board with it back at the top. Sunderland, 3 goals already, looking for his 4th. That hits a man in front. Menzies with it. He'll try to get towards the net. He gets taken down. Shot goes just wide as Leclerc grabs it for the Steelhawks. Whitby waiting for all their offense to get on. Now they're set. And a strip down the middle and a moving pick called. And that'll be an official timeout, so tied at 5. Brampton Express and the Whitby Steelhawks will return to the action right after this. And we're back on the other side of the officials' timeout, all tied up at 5. The Brampton Express and the Whitby Steelhawks. 7:18 left to go in the first half. It'll be Eddie Renault starting things off for the Steelhawks. Dishes it off into the corner. Back out to Renault at the top, and we have a body down. One of the Whitby players rolling around in pain. Trainer will come out for him. Looks to be that left leg, though, that he's holding. He'll get off, try to get off on his own accord. Goes right back down, though. Trainer telling him, just take it easy. Kind of happened off ball. Play was on the far side. So whether a stick hit him or turned awkwardly, not sure. But it doesn't look pleasant. You saw him try to get up a little earlier. Wasn't able to put any pressure on that left leg. Still can't. He'll get some help from the trainer and his teammates. Definitely that left leg. You never like to see that. There's 22 seconds left on the shot clock. Whitby will retain possession. It'll be the captain, Osborne, starting it off at the top. Osborne dishes it off over to Pfeiffer. Back out to the top to Osborne. Pfeiffer sets a pick for him. A little too hard though. Referee says moving pick. Whitby bench didn't like that call as Nagy tosses it up floor. McDonald. Chullen with it. He had that last goal. Over to Dremnitsky. Dremnitsky looking for some cutters on that far side. Tries to dish it through traffic, and that ends up almost into the Brampton bench. 30-second buzzer goes at the same time, and a little bit of confusion on the floor, so we're going to have a too many men on Brampton. So Whitby will go to work on the man advantage. 2 minutes goes up on the board, and Whitby will once again look to restore their 1-goal lead. Dylan Goddard, who has a goal already. He'll quarterback things at the top of this power play. Everybody getting a touch before they make a set play happen here. Pfeiffer drives it off into the middle. Pfeiffer with it, still at the top. Looking for a man on the far side, right back to Pfeiffer. Shot down low, and that one just misses the mark. And we're going to have a slashing call. So the referee on the far side. See who ends up in the box after this one. It's going against Whitby, so we'll see some 4-on-4 action. Just 36 seconds into their power play. That gets nullified by a slashing call. Referee's having a brief discussion just to make sure they got the possession call right here. It'll be Wittig. Wittig shot from the outside. That gets stopped by Crawley. Battle into the corner. 4 guys in there now. Ball gets picked up. Possession to Brampton. They can't handle that, though. It's back the other way. Comes Willer. His shot goes high and wide. 4-on-4 for another minute as Leclerc. His shot through traffic is saved by Nagy. Medeiros will bring it as far as center. Wait for some help off the bench. He's going to head there himself, too. Dishes the ball off before he does. It's in the stick now of Jeffroy. Jeffroy swings off a pick. Dishes it into Dremnitsky, who set that pick. He tries to fire it off up to the top to Sunderland. That misses the mark. Ends up in the Brampton bench. Whitby ball back the other way. And Brampton gets it right back. Quick transition here as a little 2-on-1 opportunity leads to a goal. And the finish from Penn Istrat. You see the strip at the far end. And a 2-on-1. Istrat with the finish as he tiptoes right at the top of the crease, avoiding that line. And now Brampton has the 1-goal lead. 6-5, 4:37 left to go in the opening half. Five seconds left in the Brampton penalty. Then they'll go on the power play for 35 seconds, which has started now. Jared Downey tries to dish it back over to Pfeiffer. Gets it off the hop. Pfeiffer from way outside. Seen him score from there before. Brampton back the other way. Just 8 seconds left to go on their power play. Sutherland now, he shoots and scores. His 4th goal of the game. Will count as a power play marker. 3 seconds left to go on the man advantage, which will wipe that penalty out. You see things starting with the captain, Board. Over to Sunderland, who comes off a pick. And he picks that bottom corner past Crawley. So a 2-goal lead, the biggest one for Brampton so far tonight. Brampton with the ball once again, trying to make it a 3-goal game. As Jeffroy right on the crease scores, but it ends up stepping into the crease. Back the other way come the Steelhawks, looking to make this a 1-goal game. They had a few 1-goal leads already tonight. Brampton always came back. Then Whitby would restore their lead, and it's kind of been back and forth like that so far, but now a couple quick goals from Brampton has them up by 2. Under 3 minutes left to go now in the first half. There's a shot. Brampton scoops it up out of the corner. They'll come back the other way. It's the captain, Board. Into the middle. And another goal, this time from Van Scheppen. And we've got an 8-5 game as Mark Van Scheppen on another dish from Board. He's been doing a good job moving that ball up. It's a nice little run here from Brampton. Has given them a 3-goal lead, 8-5. 2:46 left to go in the second. Whitby looking to stop the bleeding here with a goal of their own as Pfeiffer. He cuts through the middle. That shot goes just low and wide. Brampton back the other way. Still 20 to go left on the shot clock. That pass misses the mark. Leclerc, he'll take off. Play gets broken up. So he's forced to dish it out to the top. Saved by Nagy. To Medeiros. Dremnitsky now. Try to get it over to Jeffroy. That gets knocked out off of Jeffroy's stick, it looked like. We'll see how the referees sort this out. Whitby tried to run down with it. Looked like it was Jeffroy's stick that last touched it. Referee saying no. He'll give the ball to Brampton. Saying it went off Boiseno. 3-goal lead for the Express. Board. Over to Sutherland. Heavy shot from the outside, and Dremnitsky with a little one-hand backhander. That doesn't fool Crawley. Hamley across center for the Steelhawks. There's a shot from the outside that finds the back of the net as Jeff Fernandez hits his second of the game. And that'll stop the run. Great play to save the over and back. And then you see Fernandez on that far side. Just unloads that heavy shot. So 2-goal game now, 1:15 left to go in the first half. 8-6, Brampton leading. They want a bit of a run there. They've got the ball once again, looking to restore that lead, that 3-goal lead. Trying to drive his way to the net is Wittig. McKinnon with it now for Whitby. Shot from the outside, looked like that hit the post. So they will get a reset. 35 left to go in the first half. Out to Osborne, his sidearm shot, looking for that top corner. That misses the mark. They'll get a reset, so they'll call Crawley to the bench for the extra attacker. So Whitby will slow things down now. They want to make sure they have that final shot and that they protect that open cage at the other end. Osborne. Out to the top, now into the corner. That shot from a bad angle. 1.9 seconds left to go. Whitby with one last opportunity. They have to be quick, though. And that pass goes high and wide. And that'll do it for the opening half as the Brampton Express have an 8-6 lead over the Whitby Steelhawks. We'll be back with third quarter action right after this.
You see there, just good transition. Lacrosse is Tate and Sky with the first shot. Bailey Brown first save. You can only ask your goalie to make the first one. D's got to tighten up and close it up for the rebound. The Snipers jump out to a quick 2-0 lead. Had a chance to speak with both coaches prior to tonight's game, and the Monarchs, of course, Bobby DeBrone stressed a better start. And you could see Dance watch two filter through, and he finds the last trailer, and Ethier sizes that up, waits for Longboat to commit, and goes to the bounce far corner. So you see Longboat there working in tight quarters. That's his 14th of the season. And I tell you, we're used to seeing him deadly accurate on the outside. As you can see here, the defense just not as tight as he would like. And that's what he alluded to off the top. He knew that his offense always seems to be on cue. Just a good outlet pass here from Jackson Longboat, but the basket catch from Miracle was key as the easy flip fair. And he just went to the far corner. No chance for Bailey Brown on that one. And I tell you, when you talk release point, Jayden King definitely up there with some of the best, as that ball is in his stick and out in a heartbeat, and boy, accuracy pinpoint. As he buries his second of the game. So Patrick Corbett steps up and puts a halt to that run, a big goal. You can see there, Corbett, tight quarters. First of the game, 16th goal of the season. So give some credit. Talk about sharing the rubber, and you look at Williams, he was watching Taylor the whole way. He just cruised up the middle. And it doesn't matter who you are, Bailey Brown, Jackson Longboat, when guys are getting shots from that close. Porga ducks in. Tried to slide that one. Bailey Brown had the angle covered. Rebound. Almost picked up, battling for it. No stick. Monarchs working hard, and they come away with it. Racing down is D'Amico. Finds a trailer, and another good save by Longboat. Snipers counter the other way. Porga's shot finds the back of the net. On the half board's right side. Taylor, one-handed grab, goes to the bounce. Well done by Joel Taylor, as with one hand he was able to fend off a defender and park it in the back of the net. Good job there from a tough angle. That's his second of the game. Behind the net, Porga tucked it in. Long arm of the law right there, Justin Porga. Not a whole lot. Bailey Brown couldn't react as Porga made a quick decision as soon as he saw Brown looking the other way. Tucked it in there, and a big goal gives the Snipers an 11-5 lead. So Parker Pfeiffer, as you can see, a lot of Ole defense coming from the Snipers as he weaves through a couple for his 28th goal of the season. And very slow to get up, to say the least. Just careless in the offensive end where the Snipers. Corbett sees the advantage and attacks Allen right away. Goes to that far corner, and that late hit from Stats and from Allen. So it looks like it's going to be Allen, the guilty party. And yes, Brad Reed pleased to get him. As you can see, Renault down on that crease. Takes the pass, and boy, did he ever get this bounce shot. Tucked it perfectly in that top corner. They'll work it around the right side is Josh Rex. And Marley Angus back in the lineup. And boy, Jamie Dubrick's got to be pleased with that. Angus spent some time up in the National Lacrosse League. Good save there again. Fresh clock picked up by the big man. Campbell working his way in. Another good save. Rebound gobbled up by Dawson. Swing over to Rex. Angus goes to it. What a save and a rebound. Another great save. Standing tall is Caleb Martin. Gives some credit where credit's due. Liam Osborne. Good child. Finds Osborne. Shot clock winding down, and what a great move to get by a good defender in Q. And diving, he pucks that in the far corner for a short-handed marker. And Leclerc pockets his first of the game. And the lead back to 2-3-1. Just a good job there. Eddie Renault being extra aggressive here. I think maybe with a little something to prove, as you saw there that Jordan Gillis may have taken his eye off his man. And Downey out on the right. That shot knocked down by Pfeiffer. Quick feed and another good save by Cosgrove. Off the draw, Newbro in full flight, down to Angus. Angus buries it. Transition lacrosse at its best, and I'll tell you, we're tied at 3. If you had to draw up a face-off and you needed a goal, this is exactly the way it would go. As you see, Newbro just pick that up, head man. Ball always moves faster than the feet, and in a blink of an eye, Highland zips it down. Now what a beauty goal. Trent Boyd with the backhand finish. So one end we've seen some outstanding work, and at the other end equally as outstanding as Trent Boyd on the board for the first time for his squad. He's the team leader in points. That's his 29th goal of the season. Bulging the twine one more time is Mr. Angus. You can see there, just a great pass from Van Scheppen. Angus, great job with the footwork to avoid the crease. And it's a tough angle to cover with multiple camera angles, but that was a wide open Simonelli, something that you don't see very often in transition. And if you take a look at the top of the screen, you can see he's already on the floor before that last man hits that bench. So I think just a wee bit early on that play.
Scotty getting you on the live play-by-play?
And welcome back
We gotta get our
inside the Children's Arena as we get set for second half action. The Brampton Express have an 8-6 lead over the Whitby Steelhawks. Leclerc now for the Steelhawks. As they look to bring this game between one. They had a few one-goal leads in this one, but Brampton on a little run at the end of that first half. And that is why they have that 2-goal lead right now. Whitby back the other way. It'll be Darius Anderson. Eddie Renault now over to Pfeiffer. Into the corner to Renault, out to Osborne, all alone out front, scores. Liam Osborne doing a great job tiptoeing the top of the crease. And the captain picks up his first goal of this game. Makes a couple fakes, does a great job staying outside that crease. An 8-7 game. That one just took 1:05 of playing time here in this second half. Osborne with it again. Osborne looking for another one, and he finds the back of the net. His second goal in a row. And once again, right at the top of the crease as he's diving through. And we are all tied up at 8. Dylan Goddard with a nice dish to the far side, and then the jump from Osborne. So 2 goals in the opening 1:22 of this third quarter. Ball will be awarded to Brampton off the face-off. Gage. Ward has it now. Goes to the far side. That shot coming from Istrad's stick. Fresh 30 on the clock for Brampton. Campbell circling through, looking for the dish down the middle. Goes out to Board. That shot hits iron. Roger Nurse, the referee, has to dive out of the way to avoid getting hit from that one. Zach Sunderland flips it out to Istrat. That's saved by Crawley. Now Whitby looking to get back the lead. And they do off that shot from Goodchild. From outside. Nice steady overhand shot from Goodchild. You can see the ball movement here, and then a pick through the middle as Goodchild uses the screen. That'll be his first of the game, and another 1-goal lead. So 9-8 the score. Lots of game left. A battle right outside the Brampton bench. Ball still loose. Nobody able to scoop it up to get possession. Now it's picked up by Medeiros. Whitby gets it right back. Leclerc. Out to Osborne. Eddie Renault with it now. His shot goes off the iron. They'll get the reset. Osborne picks it up. Back out to the top. That shot saved by Nagy. Quick transition back the other way. Mitchell Joffrey. Menzies with it now into the corner. He goes far side, crease violation. Whitby trying to capitalize on transition, but a good line change by Brampton. That breaks things up pretty quickly. Pfeiffer trying to get around Boyle, comes off a pick. Little screen shot, that misses the mark. Goodchild takes a high stick, shakes that off. Out to the top to Highland. Back the other way on an opportunity. It was Martin. Crawley gets a piece of that one. Chullen out to Sunderland. Back over to Sunderland. He's trying to cut through the middle. That shot saved by Crawley. Ball's loose into the corner. Brampton able to keep possession. Jeff Wittig dishes it off into the corner. Back out to the top to Sunderland. He's looking for another one. He has 4 already tonight. 3-on-2 opportunity. Upshaw over to Osborne and puts it right through the hole in the net. And that is Osborne's 3rd goal of this period. So referee Roger Nurse will have to fix that hole. You see Osborne just left all alone. And he buries it top shelf. 10-8. Whitby leading now. Just be a little delay here. Roger Nurse getting some hockey lace out. Put some repairs to that net. So that ball managed to find its way right through a hole. And now it looks like we're all set. Back out for the face-off. We'll see how long that one holds. A good battle off the face-off. Referee's letting this one go. We've seen a couple good battles in that face-off circle here tonight. Referee's still letting it go. This is the longest face-off we've seen of the evening. Now they'll blow it down, give possession to Brampton. Waiting for everyone to join the offense. Now they'll move the ball around. Sunderland. Off to the far side, right back to Sunderland. Top corner as he rips that shot. Zach Sunderland with his 5th goal of the game. Oh, and that was Menzies with the goal. Sunderland with the pick. So Sunderland, who's been involved in a lot of the action, this time here he creates an opening for Menzies to get the goal. Whitby with the ball off the face-off. 1 goal lead for them. Goodchild with it. He's being double teamed. That means somebody's open. Dishes it out to Leclerc. Over to Pfeiffer. That shot goes wide. Volkov will pick it up. Shot from the side of the net by Eistrat. And then a battle into the corner. Whitby comes out of the pile with it. Osborne He's having himself a quarter. 3 goals already. We're not even at the halfway mark of this quarter. Dylan Goddard. Over to Osborne, to Pfeiffer. Saved by Nagy. Osborne. Out to Good. Tries to dish it back into the middle. That one's picked off. Ball still loose. Scooped up by Osborne. Over to Fernandez. Overhand shot. That's saved by Nagy. Now Nagy will come out of his crease to play that one, and a big hit as the captain Osborne goes down. And Bohm will head to the penalty box. Brock Boyle now having some words with Osborne. Boyle lets Pfeiffer have it too on his way to the bench. So it'll be a power play here when the dust settles. Whitby will start with it at center. Hanging on to that 10-9 lead. Plays blown in now. Both benches getting excited at this point. You can hear the chatter still after that last play. Highland. Out to Pfeiffer. Out to Goddard. That shot saved by Nagy. Long outlet pass. Misses the mark. Goes all the way back down to the Whitby end where it's played by Crawley out of his crease. Whitby will try this again. Setting up on the power play. Pfeiffer to Highland. Back over to Goodchild, and he scores. A power play marker. Tyler Goodchild with his second of the game. Some nice ball movement from Whitby. See Goodchild with the original dish. He ends up setting a pick, finding an opening down the middle where he gets the ball right at the top of the crease. So 11-9 the score now. So after a 2-goal lead for Brampton to start this quarter, Whitby with a 2-goal lead now, looking to add to it. Ball bouncing, finally picked up by Goodchild. Flips it to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer still with it. Tries to move it off to the side, picked up by Volkov. Nick Volkov. Spins off his man, gets a shot off and scores. Nick Volkov, the nice little spin and shoot. And it's a 1-goal game. You don't see him up in the offensive zone too often, but he capitalized on his opportunity being up there. Making a nice goal. Brampton's 10th of the evening. .6:44 left to play in the third quarter. Face-off won by Whitby, but ball gets knocked loose pretty quick. Still bouncing around. Picked up by Osborne. One-on-one with Van Scheppen. Osborne decides to pull out after he gets a double team. And now Whitby will slow things down. It's Jared Downey. Circling out to the top, underhand shot. That misses the mark, picked up by McDonald. Brampton getting some fresh legs out there. Looks like they're all set up now as Chullen. He's isolated on the near side. Gage board now. He's trying to make something happen. Dishes it off to Wittig. Shot clock was about to expire as that pass was intended for Board at the top of the crease. Darius Anderson with it. Anderson tries to slide off a pick. Ball gets knocked loose, picked up by Fernandez, who is streaking through the middle. That bounces and goes off the rafters. And it'll be an official timeout with the Whitby Steelhawks leading the Brampton Express 11-10. And back from the officials' timeout, Whitby hanging on to an 11-10 lead over Brampton. As Sunderland, who has 4 goals already, he brings it down floor. Jeffrey with it now. Whitby steals the ball right back. 3-on-2 broken up by Brampton. Nice defense by Menzies. Hamley takes a high stick as the ball bounces into the Brampton bench. Last touch by Whitby, so Brampton will bring it down. Sunderland. Heavy outside shot, that misses the mark. Rolling off into the corner, picked up by Brampton. Jeff Wittig. Flip pass out, sidearm shot from the stick of Chullen. Saved by Crawley. Peyton McIntosh. Goddard. Out to Good. Back to Goddard in the corner. Finds Pfeiffer cutting through the middle. That's saved by Nagy. Pfeiffer scoops it up off the turf. He has Board watching him closely. Moves it off to Goddard. Heavy shot from the outside. Another save by Nagy. As Eistrad takes a hit. Another big hit. Goddard comes out of the pile with the ball. Right on the doorstep was Pfeiffer. He's denied. A couple bodies tied up. As Boyle looking to mix it up with Malachi Good. No call from the referee as Boyle is actually going to get one. Looked like they weren't calling anything, and then the referee grabbed Boyle and escorts him to the penalty box. So it'll be a Whitby power play as they hang on to that 1-goal lead. Highland to Goodchild. Out to Goddard to Pfeiffer. Working it around the perimeter. Goddard now. To Goodchild, back over to Pfeiffer. To Goddard for the quick stick. That just misses the mark. Goodchild with it now. Bit of a tough angle shot as he tries to beat Nagy short side. Nagy tosses it up. That goes off his stick. Picked up by Goodchild. He'll slow things down. We'll be getting a few fresh bodies out there. Still lots of time to work with. Over a minute left on the power play as Pfeiffer Looks out towards the top, tries to dish it. That's picked off by Board. Board picks up some speed. He'll move it out to Jeffroy. Trying to fight off his man. Brampton trailing by 1, still shorthanded for another 40 seconds. Jeffroy being triple teamed, he gets hauled down. Ball finally gets knocked loose. Whitby able to pick it up. .16 to go on the shot clock as Fernandez brings it down. He has a pair tonight. Pfeiffer with a bit of room. Over to Fernandez. He steps into one. Saved by Nagy. That'll do it for the penalty. Back to even strength as Boyle out of the penalty box. Trying to get that pass. And Boyle. He's getting chirped by the Whitby bench, and that upset him. He has some words for the entire bench as he heads off to his own. We'll see if that escalates into anything. Pass intended for good at the top of the crease, ends up in the corner. It's Osborne driving through, and what a save by Nagy as he kicks out that left leg. So Whitby will get a fresh 30, 1:10 left to go in the third quarter. Hanging on to that 1-goal lead. Goddard tries to save the over and back. Unable to. And it'll be Martin. To Zach Sunderland. Sunderland trying to swing it over. Whitby able to pick it off. It'll be Boisano. Now he's picked off. Back the other way comes Chullen. Finds Wittig off the bench. His shot from outside trickles through as Crawley gets a piece of it. Takes a wicked hop, though, off Crawley. And we are knotted at 11, another tie game. You can see Wittig cut down the middle, unloads the shot from way outside. Crawley gets a piece, but not enough. That's Jeff Wittig's first goal of the game. 33 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Gage Board. Over to Sunderland. Nagy started going towards the bench. He thought maybe they're going to look for the extra attacker. Bench called him back as play resumes, and could be a penalty, definitely a crease violation. And it looks like Brampton will go to work on the man advantage. The gate is open at the penalty box. We'll see what the official call is. A legal cross check as he got him on the backside. So 12.1 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Campbell will start things off. Time running out here in the third quarter. Shot from the outside goes off a leg. And that'll do it for the third quarter here, as the Whitby Steelhawks and the Brampton Express are all knotted up at 11. We'll be back shortly with fourth quarter action. And welcome back inside Children's Arena. We're all knotted up at 11 between the Whitby Steelhawks and the Brampton Express. Brampton on the power play for 147 longer. The lead has been back and forth in this one. Just when it looks like somebody's going to go away with it with a 2-3 goal lead, there's a response at the other end and we're all tied up again, and that's been the pattern this entire game. Brampton looking to change that pattern as Campbell. His shot saved by Crawley. That ends up hitting the rafter, so they'll hang on to the ball. Brampton letting everybody get a touch right now. As Joffroy with a huge shot from the outside. Rebound picked up by Boiseno. Riley McKinnon. He'll take it all the way. His shot saved by Nagy. Still 50 seconds left to go on the man advantage as Campbell swings it to the far side. Down to Wittig. Out to Jeffroy, right back to Wittig. He'll circle out to the top, dishes it to Campbell, who's waiting there. Big shot from the outside. That misses the mark. Another shot coming from Sunderland. Under 30 seconds left to go now in the penalty, so Whitby with possession. They'll look to kill that off and get back to 5-on-5. Boiseno. No rush here as Downey just hangs onto it. 8 seconds left to kill now, which matches the shot clock, so they'll have to get something off. And there it is. Jared Downey with a nice overhand shot. A short-handed marker. And that'll restore the lead. He was just trying to get something on net, knowing the shot clock was about to expire, and makes a nice little move. Shot through traffic. And that's able to beat Nagy. So 12-11 Whitby once again with a 1-goal lead. Ball's won by Brampton off the face-off. Looking to tie this back up again, and they do. Right off the ensuing face-off, it's Eistrat. His second goal of the game. And once again, we're tied. This is right off the face-off. You see the ball bouncing. Brampton able to scoop it up. And there's Eistrat with that low shot. 24 goals so far in this game. Still 13:05 left to go in the fourth quarter. Board picks it up for Brampton as they win another face-off. Board will hang on to it, wait for the offense to get out. Finds Sunderland. He's got a hole now, all alone, shoots and scores. Zach Sunderland gets his 5th goal of the game. And once again, Board picking up an assist. He's been the setup man here tonight. That's his 4th assist that they've credited him with. Feels like he's been involved in a lot more. And once again, Brampton with the lead. 13-12, 12:35 left to go. Brampton with the ball. Boom. On the near side. Board with it. Over to Campbell. Campbell trying to find some room. He's forced off into the corner. Out through the middle. Nice dish to Chullen, but a nice save by Crawley. Crawley looks up floor. Intended for Edwards. Ends up in the stick of Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer comes off a pick from Downey, moves it out to the top. Back over to Pfeiffer, sidearm shot, that hits a man in front. Ball loose, picked up by Brampton. Van Scheppen, he'll bring it down the length of the floor, tries to dish it off to Sutherland, who's coming off the bench. Up comes Hamley. Hamley's met by a couple Express players, so he'll dish it off. He heads to the bench now as Osborne now getting double teamed, tries to fire off in the middle. Long outlet pass is picked off. Right back the other way comes Osborne. Osborne all by himself, spin shot and scores. As Liam Osborne with his 4th goal. He's left all by himself as Whitby had gone for a line change. He looks over to see that he's all alone and just decides to bulldoze his way through, spins and makes a nice shot. 13-13. 11:06 left to go in regulation time. Back out at the face-off circle, referee Roger Nurse blows it in. And again, Brampton wins the face-off. They'll take the ball into the offensive zone. Campbell with it. Campbell gets checked, gets the ball off the one hop. Hamley still all over him. Campbell finds a lane down the middle. That shot goes just wide. Bouncing all the way back towards center. Hamley able to pick it up just as the 30-second buzzer goes. Out to Osborne. Whitby bench yelling at them to slow things down. They'll make a quick little line change before they get set up on an offense here. 12 to go on the shot clock. Downey dishes it off to Osborne. Osborne cuts towards the net, fake shot, and this time saved by Nagy. Osborne has beaten Nagy 4 times already this game. Couldn't beat him on that one. Ball's bouncing loose. That'll be scooped up by Leclerc. Tries to dish it down floor. Can't get out of his zone. He'll have to hurry up to beat that 8-second mark. He beats it, but unable to get a good pass off. Would have been blown down anyhow, though, as 8-second violation was about to hit. Bored with it, he gets knocked down. Ball gets knocked loose. Picked up by Leclerc. Flip pass up the floor. It'll be Riley McKinnon. And now Whitby. They'll look for a lead. They've had several tonight. 5 to go on the shot clock. They have to get something towards the net. And there's a shot from Pfeiffer. No problem for Nagy. Looks down floor, makes the short outlet pass. That pass a little off the mark. It's bouncing right behind the net. Crawley with his big goal stick out, ready to trap that if it pops out, but it doesn't. Whitby back the other way. Boys and all. Pfeiffer now into the corner. Back out to the top. That pass intended for the creaseman, and he gets knocked right into the crease. Referee separating them, making sure nothing happens down the stretch. Has been a physical game too. 13-13. As Wittig couldn't handle that pass. Ball bounces off into the corner. Scooped up by Upshaw. Upshaw He's all alone right now on the near side. Dishes out to Edwards at the top. Good child. Thought about going behind the net. Brings it back out to the top to Goddard. Pass intended to Malachi Good at the side of the net. And they can't get anything off before the 30-second shot clock expires. And we are almost exactly at the halfway mark of this fourth quarter, so we'll take an official's timeout. The Brampton Express and the Whitby Steelhawks tied at 13 apiece. And back from that official's timeout, tied at 13, the Brampton Express and the Whitby Steelhawks. Brampton coming into this game on a 4-game win streak. Whitby on the other side of things on a 2-game losing skid right now. Just one place in the standings separates them. Brampton in third right now, Whitby in fourth. But a Whitby win would obviously change that, giving them both 8 wins on the season. That would bottleneck the top of the standings after Oshawa's win earlier today gave them their 8th win. Toronto with 8 wins as well. And Brampton looking for another lead. They've had 7 leads tonight. Anderson, though, able to get it for the Steelhawks. They'll bring it down floor. They've had 8 leads tonight. Their biggest, a 2-goal stretch. Osborne, he takes a hit, dishes it out to the top as Fernandez looking for the hat-trick goal. That misses the mark. Eddie Renault will circle around with it. Over to Goddard. Goddard trying for the dunk goal. That misses the mark. The Express back the other way. 6 minutes left to go now. Board with it. Board winds up, heavy shot, no problem by Crawley, and he looks down floor, long outlet pass to Boiseno. Boiseno will slow things down, wait for some help. Tosses it off into the corner now, he'll go for a line change. Play will continue on the near side, Downey into Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer still with it. Downey trying to get a pick going for him as the 30-second buzzer expires just as Goddard gets that shot off. Board slowing things down, waiting for some help off the bench. He's got Pfeiffer on him. Dremnitsky dishes it out to the top. That shot hits a couple bodies in front. Back the other way comes Whitby. It's Edwards. Edwards thought about shooting, decides to pull out. Edwards gets stripped. Partial breakaway. There's a shot as Crawley makes the save on Horsley. Good scoops it up. One of the better games we have seen in this Arena Lacrosse League. Back and forth action. Neither team giving an inch. Still 12 to go on the shot clock. Downey with the ball. Swings off a pick, gets a shot off. Nagy makes the save. Brampton trying to capitalize on transition, but that pass was a little high, and that's going to hit the mesh and go out of bounds. Downey, he's been out there for a while. Rolls the ball off. He goes for a much-needed line change. Pfeiffer will have it on the near side. Dishes it off to Goddard, who's cutting through the middle. Nagy makes that save. Ball still loose behind the Brampton net. That'll be picked up by Goddard to Pfeiffer on the far side. Again, he's all alone on that side. Cuts right to the net. He gets knocked down, and a little broken play leads to the goal. That was all the hard work from Pfeiffer and finished by Highland. So you see Pfeiffer is by himself on the near side, decides to cut towards the net, and as he's getting knocked down, the highlight reel flip pass over to Highland. Just an incredible goal. Whitby once again with the 14-13 lead. One of the better passes you will ever see. It's Pfeiffer having the awareness to flip that over as he's getting knocked down. And Highland right there to make the finish. Boiseno moving a little early on that face-off, so things awarded to Brampton. Trailing by 1, 3:30 left to go now in regulation. Campbell. That hits a few bodies before it bounces off into the corner. Picked up by Boiseno. McKinnon has a bad angle. He's stuck on the wrong side of the floor. He'll head off to the bench anyhow, leaves the ball for Osborne. Out to Downey. Shot from Goddard finds the back of the net. So Dylan Goddard with his second goal. And it's a 2-goal lead. It starts with the captain on the near side. And then over to Goddard from long distance, a place he likes to shoot from, though. We've seen him have a lot of success out there. Not a lot of guys would risk shooting from that far out. But Goddard likes to shoot from out there and usually finds the back of the net when he does. 15-13, under 3 minutes left to go. We're going to have a penalty to Whitby if they can touch it again, but that is canceled out by the Istrat goal. Penn Istrat with the hat-trick goal right off the face-off. See Bohm with that nice face-off win. The flip pass up to Istrat. 2-on-0 with Board there just in case a rebound came out. And it is a 1-goal game once again. Upshaw has the ball for Whitby. He's got a couple guys on him, dishes the ball off to Downey. Downey getting checked in the corner, dishes it out. That hits a body and almost gets redirected past Nagy. Stays out though, Brampton down the other way. 2.5 minutes left to go. Sunderland, he has 5 goals tonight. Dishes it off to Board. Board winds up and scores. The captain with the equalizer. A bomb from the outside. We've seen some heavy shots here tonight, and that was an absolute bomb by Board. He's been the setup man most of the night. 5 assists. 5 assists for Board, and now his first goal. So 6 points for the captain. 30 goals combined, these two teams. An exciting game. Just when it looked like Whitby was going to maybe take this one, as we were getting late. They had a 2-goal lead, but in lacrosse, those leads don't last long, as we have seen all night. Whitby working it around the outside. That pass intended for Downey. Ball still loose as the 30-second buzzer goes. Brampton will continue with it. They'll slow things down, wait for the offense to get out. Chullen. Trying to find Wittig. That gets picked off. And Whitby down the other way. Osborne. No. Osborne almost goes into Nagy. Shot misses the net anyhow, and Brampton back the other way. Jeffroy. His shot scores. A heavy overhand shot from the outside. And once again, it is a 1-goal game. Just fights off the defender, pushes out just to create some room. And Mitchell Jeffroy with his second goal of the game. 1:03 left to go in regulation. A 3-goal run for Brampton. Board scoops that up off the face-off. Over to Volkov. Nick Volkov back out to Board as Brampton will try to kill off a little bit of this clock. You don't want to step off the gas, though, because you know Whitby is going to get that possession back. Only 10 to go on the shot clock. Dremenetsky. He's forced behind the net, tries the dunk goal. Gets knocked into the crease. 32.6 to go on the game clock. And Whitby, they're going to call a timeout. This is tough. Do you put Crawley on the bench because there's still 2.6 seconds left to go? It's a gamble. You are down by 1, though. I say it's a smart gamble. Yes, you still have that 2.6 if you don't get a shot off that Brampton can maybe shoot towards that empty net, but you're already down by 1. So what does it matter at that point if they do try to shoot towards that empty net with 2.6 left to go? So I would put Crawley on the bench for the extra attacker. He's standing there right now, though. Again, Whitby not showing their cards. They want Brampton guessing. Now Crawley goes onto the bench. So 6 forwards out there on the Whitby side. It is now or never for the Steelhawks. They'll have to start with it back in their own zone. They've been in this position several times already tonight, down by a goal, but never this late in the game, obviously. So time ticking away, pressure on the Steelhawks. The crowd is silent here right now, waiting in anticipation to see what'll happen. Shot from the outside by Fernandez. That's good enough for a reset. So that's a big break for Whitby. So now they will get last shot. Quick stick opportunity, and Nagy shuts the door. That could be the save of the night. The most important one, that's for sure. And Brampton with the shot towards the empty net. 1.4 seconds left to go. And that'll do it, as the Brampton Express pick up a huge road victory. And they are now on a 5-game win streak, 9-2 record on the season. And the Steelhawks now, they're on a 3-game losing streak, and that drops them to 7-5 on the season. But an entertaining game here. Brampton Express 16, Whitby Steelhawks 15. That'll do it for us here from Oshawa. Thanks for watching the Arena Lacrosse League.